will always, individual color swatches will always appear in the top. Groups will always appear below. Now if I want to save this whole group, again, I go to the new thing and the CMYK group, CMYK custom, and save that there. So now you see this group matches the colors that I have down here. Okay, so this is how you save your custom colors. Now there's another way to create custom colors, and that's with themes. So we go to Window, Window and Extensions. Oh, extensions are up here, and Cooler. I think that's pronounced Cooler. Maybe it's Cooler. And I have no internet connection, so I cannot show you this. But this is where you'll find some color themes that you can use. So remember that when you connect to the internet. And that's the second way you can choose some custom colors that you want to use. All right, so custom colors are done. And now let me show you patterns. So I got rid of, so let me show the patterns group. So here's some patterns that can be used. Okay, so those are two patterns, but hey, thinking to yourself, hey, that's pretty lame, you know, what about some more? Yes, there are more patterns. So you can go down here to patterns, and yes, there are many, many more patterns that you can use. So here's nature. Let's use some animal skins, and you can see you get a whole another range of color patterns to choose from. Spotted leopard. Don't know what animal that is. So again, just on and on. You have colors, and I can pick another color palette here from here. So I could use decorative. Let's see what monster palettes are. And here they show up here. Pick something bright that shows up good against this blue. So this is how you choose patterns. All right, now I have a little bit of time, so I want to show you how to use a live paint. And also all the patterns that you use that you have clicked on become available in your swatches. Again, you can see what you haven't used by selecting unused. Okay, so let me go to live paint. Okay, so patterns is done. Voila, so here's a little bonus because you do have a little bit more time. And let me show you live paint. Okay, open recent. And here's live paint. Okay, so here's a drawing that I did, completed in Illustrator using the brushes. So when you want to use live paint, you have to select everything. So yes, this layer is selected. So now I selected everything. And then you'll go to File. Actually go to Edit. Actually go to Object. Live Paint. And Make. So now a dialog box will come up. Because I did use brush strokes, it's a little bit complicated. And so brushes, live effects, transparency, and stroke alignment may be lost when converted to a live paint project. Now, since I did use brush strokes, I don't want that to be lost. But let me show you what it looks like. Maybe minimal difference, so I hope you can see it, that this all becomes, you know, just one dead line. All right, so let me go back. So now in order to counteract that, so I don't have all that work done for nothing, I'll duplicate my art. So that's on a layer on top. So now, when I make this live paint, now it's okay. So let's just deselect. And so now you see the difference between the brush strokes and what live paint does. So I have that selected. Now what I'm going to do is just so you can see. I mean, I know that's there, but so you can see clearly what happens while I'm using live paint. So now I'm going to click the live paint brush. Here's a live paint bucket, I should say, not a brush. And now as I hover over it, the triangle shows the areas that are going to be painted. Now right now, I don't have any colors in here because I have an empty swatch palette. So let me show color swatches. Okay, so now we're in business. Okay, so now I just have one swatch showing because I still don't have a color selected. So let me start with a color. Let's pick magenta here. Okay, so now I have a range of colors selected. Now I have magenta selected here. So where this triangle is, don't go by the paint bucket. Go by where the triangle is, because that's going to select the spot, and it puts magenta. Whoops. Puts magenta in the spot that I want. Now let's say I want to use this. So this here, I use the triangle key because look, it corresponds to the three colors of the next two what I selected. So I've used the triangle key. I can go to blue. Now blue is the main color, and again the two colors on the other side of that are selected. So again, using the triangle, and I can select blue. Let's say I want to move along and pick a different color. So again, using triangle, your arrow key. I didn't mean to say triangle. The triangle key. I can select a color here. And that's how you use your live paint. So I want this green. So dancing with little green men. So you can continue that until everything's finished. And put that back on your art. And that is how you use live paint. Okay. So that was a little bonus for today. There's a homework assignment where you will be, I gave you some black and white art to color. So let me show you that. Okay, so everything here is a shape and objects. This is not type anymore. So you can, so ungroup that if you want. And just go in and recolor this. So use all the techniques that I taught you. Have fun with it. Everything here is on basically 1 or 2 layers. So you create many layers if you want. Play around with it, have some fun, and make use of all the color things that you now know. So go out and just create. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.